The year is 1862. The seasonal haze of summer has seized the Mississippi Delta, and on the northern border of the state, in a town called Holly Springs, a baby girl is born on the 16th day of July. Ida B. Wells is born into slavery just 6 months before President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation and would commit her life to breaking the iron grip of Jim Crow laws. During the spring of 1884, a train ride from Memphis would prove to be the beginning of Wells's lifelong public campaign against the inequities faced by African Americans throughout the South. After purchasing a first-class ticket and taking her seat in ladies' coach, the conductor told her to move to the forward car, a smoking car, to which she refused and was forcibly removed from the train. In 1887, Wells was able to buy part ownership in a newspaper and later was the sole proprietor of Memphis Free Speech, where she created an editorial voice of resistance that rallied against racial discrimination of African Americans. In 1892, tragedy struck Wells when 3 of her friends were lynched. She decried the lynching and, as a result, was run out of town when white citizens burned her newspaper office. Wells moved to Chicago, where she continued her crusade against lynching. In Chicago, she founded numerous organizations for African American women and became involved in the suffrage movement. Along with Jane Addams, she successfully prevented Chicago from establishing segregated schools. Wells died in 1931 at the age of 69, having become one of our nation's most fearless crusaders for African American and women's rights. Standing on the shoulders of Ida B. Wells is National Women's History Museum Living Legacy Award honoree Cathy Hughes, founder and chairperson of Radio One Incorporated, the largest African American owned and operated broadcast company in the nation. In 1975, she became the first woman vice president and general manager of a station in the nation's capital and created the format known as the Quiet Storm, which revolutionized urban radio and was aired on over 480 stations nationwide. In 1980, also in D.C., she purchased her first station, WOL-AM, and pioneered yet another innovative format, 24-hour talk from a Black perspective. With the theme, Information is Power, Hughes served as the station's morning show host for 11 years. Hughes's dedication to minority communities, entrepreneurial spirit, and mentoring of women are manifested in every aspect of her work and life. Radio One is now a public company, making Cathy Hughes the first and only African American woman to chair a publicly held corporation. History is unfolding with the oratorical power of Hughes's words, just like it was over a century ago with the written words of Ida B. Wells.